The Amazing 15. We aren't shocked by anything we see these days, mainly because of how easy it is to make weird images on Photoshop. But today, I've got for you 15 photos you won't believe weren't photoshopped. Believe it or not, this picture is not photoshopped. The animal you are looking at is called a zony. It's the offspring of a zebra stallion and a pony. And while you're telling yourself how cute this animal looks, I'm asking myself, how the hell did a zebra have sex with a pony? Ew. What looks like someone simply dragged a bear to this picture of a family dinner is actually more than that. Turns out the bear is a part of the family. He was adopted by naturalist Casey Anderson as a newborn cub. The two have been best friends ever since, even that Anderson had Brutus be his best man at his wedding. True story. What looks like a floating tap with an endless supply of water, seemingly defying the laws of physics, is actually a clever illusion. It consists of a transparent tube in the middle of the water column, holding the tap in place, while at the same time feeding it water pumped from below. So you're probably wondering how this ship made it to the top of this cliff. Well, it's actually not a ship, but a hotel resort in the South Korean city of Gyeongdong-jin. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. The hotel was designed in the image of a cruise ship to give the impression that it was run aground by the strong tides of the Eastern Sea. I honestly love these type of eccentric ideas, and I especially love imagining the face of the construction workers when given the blueprint for this hotel. What looks like the simple work of Photoshop is actually Mustafa Ismail, and he holds the world's record for the largest biceps in the world. Measuring at 31 inches around, we can easily see why people call him the Egyptian Popeye. These two dogs are actually real, and have been dubbed Doggaroos. They're called Cute and Bambi, and they were both born with only their rear legs. They currently reside in the Philippines and have no problem moving whatsoever. And honestly, they're a whole new definition of cute. It is no surprise that this track raises a few eyebrows, but it's actually quite simple. This was the result of an earthquake that hit New Zealand. The track was fixed later on. This unbelievable scene is courtesy of artist Philippe Ramet, who has a knack for playing with the viewer's mind. Ramet has created gravity-defying photographs with such a level of surrealism we could swear this was photoshopped. But they're all real pictures created by using a mix of perfect camera angles and self-designed devices that allow him to stand at seemingly impossible angles. This is a photo of a football match between France and Belgium. And no, it has not been altered in any way, shape, or form. The seemingly midget player is called Mathieu Valbuena, and he stands at 5'6". But in this picture, he's leaning back at the perfect angle to make him look half his size. Just to show you his actual size, here's another picture of him. Fights in hockey matches are a common thing, but this is the first time I see players actually losing their heads over a sport. In case you're wondering, no, the player's head was not edited out of this picture. It is like this due to the camera snapping this shot while the helmet was in midair. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you are indeed looking at a catcopter. And yes, that is an actual cat, or at least its remains. You see, when this cat got run over by a car, artist Bart Jensen turned its corpse into the world's first catcopter. This picture looks so unbelievable. It must have been photoshopped, right? Well, wrong. This is a real picture taken by some researchers that used bait to attract white sharks. But the bait also attracted a poor dogfish that leaped headfirst to the bait without noticing the 12-foot long shark behind it, which resulted in the shark getting 2 meals for the price of 1. Believe it or not, this is actually a real 100 feet long rubber duck. It was designed by Dutch artist Florentijn Hofman, and it even toured the world from Amsterdam to Sydney. This is the unbelievable picture of Kaleem, an 8-year-old Indian child who suffers from a rare disorder on his hands. Unfortunately, he still hasn't been diagnosed due to his poor family. He even had to drop out of school because of bullying. I really hope we can help this poor kid one way or another. That's Billy Owen, and yes, he only has one eye. This is due to the fact that he had sinonasal undifferentiated carcinoma, a rare form of cancer that affects the nasal cavity. So the doctors had to remove half his face, including his right eye. He reports seeing the world in a whole new light. Honestly, I just love how people like this keep their optimism and their sense of humor, even after bad things happen to them. It's really inspiring. That's it for this countdown. Stay amazing.